Hi, everybody. Gordon Ramsay has proven time and time again that he's a very skilled Michelin-star chef as well as an interesting TV personality. However, you might be quick to judge him as a person. He's not quite the monster most of his own TV shows portray him to be. He's actually a genius and a very hard worker. 15 surprising facts about Gordon Ramsay you didn't know. No TV. He doesn't actually watch any of his own TV shows. During an interview with Playboy, Gordon talked about his decision to not watch any of his shows and said, "I don't want to get self-obsessed and start thinking about putting makeup on and watching the way I walk." Oh, did I really say that? Stuff it. It is what it is. I'd rather watch Deadliest Catch or go out for dinner. Microwaves. He uses microwaves, but not all that safely. Believe it or not, Ramsay is actually a fan of microwaves, but only when lightly frying herbs without having to deep fat fry. But he shared that he puts tinfoil in the microwave, which is a big no-no. Who would have thought the king of the kitchen actually uses the microwave when he goes off on everyone for using them? Eating out. He loves to eat out even though restaurants always expect a camera crew to follow. He said, I love going to restaurants and I love going to enjoy myself without having to work at them. The first thing they look at when they see me standing in reception, A, is there a camera crew behind them? B, did you book? And if you did book, did you book under your own name? InOut Burger. Surprisingly, he's actually a big fan of the fast food chain InOut Burger. He said once, "I wish that they were set up in London because if there's one thing I miss flying out of LA, it's an In-N-Out Burger." That's got to say a lot about InOut Burger if one of the biggest chefs in the world is saying that. Last meal. He absolutely hates when people ask him what his last meal would be, saying, A, I'm not that bad to be on death row, and B, if it was my last supper, ask me that question in 40 years' time when I'm 90 years of age. I can't go to the bathroom properly, and I need my ass wiped on a regular basis. 3 hours off. In a normal day, he only really has about 3 to 4 hours off. He once said, "I work incredibly hard. I have about 3 to 4 hours a day off, and I work my freaking ass off because I get so excited with projects. I never started cooking because I wanted to become rich. I have an incredible amount of energy." Tuna Fan. He's actually a fan of good quality tinned tuna and feeds it to his family. He cooks a dish of spaghetti, shallots, garlic, and chili. He tops it off with very good cans of tuna, fresh capers, parsley, and some preserved lemon. Once again, you would never think someone like himself would touch that stuff. Flagship Restaurant. He's had the same team running his Flagship Restaurant since it opened. He says that professionally, it is what he's most proud of. The same chef, the same maitre d', 18 years later, retaining the 3 Michelin stars that we've done now for 14 years. Steak is hard. He says that the easiest dish you can fuck up is a steak. Serving a New York strip, for instance, for me, the most important thing is taking out of the fridge 15 minutes before you actually use it, so it gets to room temperature. Season it properly, and then cook it once it's up to room temperature. You've got to let the steak rest for as long as you cook it. The difference is night and day, so great sear, but let it rest. Perfect burger. He has perfected the ultimate meat burger blend. He says all beef with a fat percentage of 10%, brisket and chuck, and then short rib. So for me, the secret behind any great burger is the fat content. Plus, blasting your burger with Devonshire butter puts a completely different spin on it. Beef Wellington. He says he will always order a Wellington if he sees it on the menu. So, the first thing I would want to order if I see it, if there's a Wellington on any menu, whether it's in the middle of Milan or the middle of Paris or the middle of New York. I grew up with beef Wellingtons. Eat anything. He will literally eat anything at least once. As a chef, I think my job is to discover as much as I can. Anything black or under-seasoned I find really hard to eat. So I'll eat anything from a beating open heart, live to a jellied eel, to beans on toast. I'll eat anything, provided it's got season. Favorite show. The favorite production he's done isn't Hotel Hell or Kitchen Nightmares, it's Sharkbait the documentary. He said, so Sharkbait was an amazing documentary where I went off to Taiwan, got on a boat, hijacked it, and tried to stop finning shark fins and the decimation of sharks in the population. So Sharkbait was one of the biggest and most prolific I've ever done. Black belt. He's a black belt in karate and not afraid to throw a punch. In an interview with Playboy, Gordon talked about his experience with a Hell's Kitchen contestant who tried to hit him and said, "I have a black belt in karate. I love boxing. I can look out for myself." So maybe, just maybe, he can walk the walk just as much as talk the talk. savage at heart, and naturally, he is still a savage even when not on TV. Someone took the AMA opportunity to ask Ramsay if his girlfriend, an unadventurous eater, should try casu marzu, otherwise known as maggot cheese. Ramsay replied savagely with, "So, casu marzu is very strong cheese. If she's not a very adventurous eater, I don't think she's gonna be too keen having maggots in her mouth. But I just don't want to talk about your willy." So there you go. Now you know a little more about the also-famous monster TV chef. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos every day. Have a great day, everyone.